Hey, what's up guys? So I really hope you're having a blessed day. In today's video, we are going to get down into conservative Judaism, and I'm going to explain everything about conservative Judaism. But before we begin, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on notifications, click that bell, and let's just get started with this video.
So the first thing we need to look at is core principles. Conservative Judaism, also known as Masorti outside of North America, seeks a middle way between Orthodox and Reform movements. It balances the authority of Jewish law, halakha, with the realities of modern historical and social change. Halakha as binding. Unlike Reform Judaism, the movement views Jewish law as obligatory, evolutionary change. Unlike Orthodoxy, it believes law must evolve. Change is managed by the Commit on Jewish Law and Standards, CLJLS, tradition and science. It embraces modern critical historical study of sacred texts while maintaining religious observance. Egalitarianism, or whatever that's pronounced, I cannot pronounce that word, but most conservative congregations practice full gender equality, including the ordination of women and LGBTQ rabbis. What their practice and philosophy looks like. So, for their dietary laws, you'll have observance of kashrut is expected, though interpretations on specific strategies may vary. I know I did not pronounce it that well, but despite my pronunciations, let's talk about the Sabbath, or rather Shabbat. Strict adhere to Shabbat is the ideal. However, a famous 1950 ruling permits driving specifically to attend synagogues. Liturgy. Services are primarily in Hebrew, maintaining traditional structures with some modern prayers or modifications. And lastly, we got Zionism, a strong historical and practical support for the state of Israel. Now, lastly, we need to talk about the institutional pillars. So, the first one would be Jewish Theological Seminary, JTS, the primary academic and spiritual center, New York. 2. United Synagogue of Conservative Judaism, USCJ, the Congregational Umbrella Organization. 3. Rabbinical Assembly, RA, the International Association of Conservative Rabbis.
So apparently, before I say that there's literally no difference between Reform and Conservative Judaism, I'm going to read their differences on... I'm going to dive deeper a little bit into the Shabbat vibe. So, here we go. So, let's start out with Reform. The service is shorter and more focused on social justice, community themes, and modern melodies. There is a high emphasis on making the service meaningful to the modern individual regardless of their level of Hebrew knowledge. But now, conservative will be more like head coverings, kippot, and prayer shawls, talut, worn by the majority of the congregation. The service feels very traditional, but includes women as rabbis and cantors. So the moral of all this is that you'll have the Reform Judaism that would have their Shabbats basically more modern and a little bit shorter. But then on the other side, you got conservative Jews that prefer their Shabbat services longer and more traditional, and women could be rabbis and all that. And also, while the Reform, they focus on the English more, the conservatives are kind of like the opposite. They kind of focus on more of the Hebrew rather than the English. So I'm gonna off-topically end this video. So apparently, whenever I get my license, whenever I get my stuff, what I was thinking about doing is probably attend a synagogue, because I know that there's a synagogue probably like 10 minutes away from where I live. So I was wanting to go there and just to try out their service, like to see how their service and the atmosphere plays out. Because I'm kind of getting a little curious about Judaism and see how they do. I might make a video about that one day. Kind of nervous, but I think God's got me. Feel like I should go, but I'm kind of nervous at the same time. So there's that. So yeah, I had thoughts about going and just, I don't know, just try out their service and might tell you everything about it. So yeah, that'd be good. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you like it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.